Welcome to the Internet Radio Experience.
Hi, this is Alexa Squigna, also known as Betty the Q. You're listening to the Barbecue Central Show.
One man with one simple vision: to create a barbecue site that doesn't suck. He succeeded. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Greg Rempe and the BarbecueCentral.com. Broadcasting live from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame city of Cleveland, Ohio. You're listening to the Barbecue Central Show on BBSTalkRadio.com.
What is up? A good Tuesday evening to you, wherever you may be. Welcome to the Barbecue Central Show. 9 o'clock here, Eastern Standard Time. Make your time zone adjustments as necessary. And today we're kind of changing it up a bit. We have left the confines of Mick's Pub and Grill, and we are now actually back residing at the Barbecue Central studios themselves. So if you're wondering where the live crowd in the background has went, nowhere to be found, just me tonight in the well-soundproof living room of my house. So, let me give you your number if you know what you want to talk about and you want to jump in tonight on the show. I will pay for your phone call, 1-866-515-6977, 866-515-6977. You can also break me off an email at bbqcentralradio@gmail.com. That's bbqcentralradio@gmail.com. This is how the show is going to lay out here for the next hour. First segment, I will continue and try and finish up my barbecue pit recommendations, continuing from last week's show. Second segment will find us having an interview with stand-up comic Cheryl Vendetti, the self-proclaimed Italian floozy. She's an accomplished stand-up comedian and actress. I am, of course, a big fan of stand-up comedy. I've always wanted to actually get up there on stage and do it, but I don't have any material right now, so that's kind of a big problem. She's got a new cookbook coming out that she wants to promote, so I figured we would kind of break the barbecue format a little bit with her, talk about her life as a stand-up, and we'll also talk about the book. Third segment, we will get into that Weber Grill Decency Initiative that Weber has, kind of a unique marketing campaign I wanted to talk about. Get you guys and gals interested, give you the site info that you need to go ahead and get over there, get your credentials. If time permits, we'll get into some must-have accessory items for both grills and barbecue pits, and we'll also talk about how to actually light your fires, as I am on the no lighter fluid mission. That is my running platform for presidency this year, is to get people to not use lighter fluid from here on out. We'll take that. We'll take your phone calls and your emails. So let's get at it again. 866-515-6977, bbqcentralradio@gmail.com. So I finished last week with the quality electric smokers of Cook Shack, which, again, are not legal in competitions. So we'll start tonight with the top-of-the-line electrics, also made by Cook Shack, but this line is actually called the Fast Eddie Cooker, or the FEC line. This is actually concepted and brought to life by one of the major players in competition barbecue over the history of the sport, Ed Morin, who was out of Kansas City, Missouri. Fast Eddie, as he's known, so hence FEC, or Fast Eddie Cookers. These are electric. Now, these are actually legal in competitions, and I can't necessarily because I've really yet to compete myself fully in a barbecue competition. I believe the reason why these are actually legal in competition is because they are actually wood pellet driven. So where a lot of people will call these micro stick burners. For instance, you have the traditional offsets like we talked about last week that have that firebox that you're actually building a fire in, and then the temperature is dampened off by the air intake on the firebox door and then the chimney on the other side of the main cooking chamber. These actually have like a hopper that you would dump 50-pound bags of hickory flavored or maple flavored or mesquite flavored wood pellets like you would use on a wood stove for your house. But these are obviously for cooking. And you set the temperature and the auger runs, and every so often it drops more pellets down in this box, and that's how it's fired. And at some point I actually hope to have Eddie on here to talk about the cooker itself, because he obviously has a lot more in-depth knowledge than I do. But this is really the top-of-the-line electric smoker. A lot of people that are successful in competitions right now are using the FEC 100, and it's a precise temperature-controlled unit. It's probably got one of the most advanced temperature-controlled systems on a solid-state cooker. And it also has one of those internal probe capability things, so you would stick the probe in the meat, and once that meat gets to an internal temperature, the cooking temperature ramps down into more of a holding stage, like at 140 degrees, which would be your typical holding temperature, so meat does not get infected with disease and malaria in the area. Another good thing about the FEC is once you open the door, that's like the biggest thing in barbecues. You never want to peek. If you're looking, you ain't cooking. That's a saying. And when the door is opened, it's got kind of this afterburner feature that really ramps it right back up to cooking temperature again very quickly. And that's the FEC 100 again that is doing very well. And then there's also much bigger units in the FEC line that would be more suited for restaurants to cook larger runs of food at one time. So that's the FEC line, and that's going to be your top-of-the-line electric cooker. You're probably looking at, just shy of $3,000 for the FEC 100, and obviously price tags go up from there, so make your budget restrictions and limitations as necessary. Next, we get into the ceramic cookers. Ceramic because they're obviously made out of ceramic. This is called, in ancient times, this would be your Kamado-type cookers. It really became famous with a company called the Big Green Egg, which is actually a proud sponsor of this show. And they've probably been around the longest, since 1974. I actually did a podcast with the owner, Ed Fisher, about a month and a half ago. They have a loyal following called the Eggheads. They actually have an Egg Fest every year down in the Atlanta area where people just show up. A number of eggs are dispersed by the company, and people cook on these eggs and show off their skills and whatnot with their eggs. And then also they've kind of spawned off regionally these egg fests where people, if they don't have the wherewithal or the means to get down to, the mecca of the Big Green Egg in Atlanta, they can actually set up regionally, with a 2 or 3 state area, and people that have eggs go to these functions and pretty much do their own version of Egg Fest that they do down in Atlanta. So that's pretty cool. These units are great because there's also a manufacturer called Primo, which makes a ceramic, and Grill Dome. Those are probably the 3 biggest. Big Green Egg probably having, well, not probably, but they do have the biggest market share to this point in regards to ceramic cookers. Now, why would you want to think about getting a ceramic cooker? Good question. Ceramics are unique in the fact that because they are ceramic, and once that material gets warm, it really keeps the heat in, regardless of the temperature that you're cooking in or the weather conditions that you're cooking in. So take, for example, here I am in Cleveland. Today it has been snowing like crazy. It is 10 degrees at best. Once this thing gets ramped up in the temperature, it will stay rock solid for hours and hours and hours on end, even in the most brutal of conditions. As their saying goes, from 0 to 1800 degrees, and a lot of the other manufacturers follow the similar guidelines or have similar temperature ratings as the Big Green Egg. They're very easy to control temperature-wise because of the ease of their dampers down at the bottom of the cooker. So once you learn your cooker and once you set that temperature in, it will stay there hour after hour. These adapt very well to the pit temperature control devices like the Barbecue Guru. and they look pretty good after they've been retrofitted with these particular units. They are really fuel misers. There's been a number of accounts where somebody has run a full load of charcoal for an overnight butt cook or an overnight brisket cook and had plenty left over to just dump some extra lit charcoal on and finish off the next day doing a long grill or perhaps cook 5 or 6 hours on a rack of ribs just on the leftover fuel. So really, I don't know if if there's anything comparable out there on the market today. If you're really looking to maximize your charcoal usage, and of course we always recommend either charcoal lump briquettes or just the straight lump charcoal for fuel and safety reasons. If you're really into conservation of your fuel, this is really a cook you want to look at. And again, you can slow smoke 200 degrees, 250 degrees, and you can open that damper wide open, and the eggs or the ceramics are notoriously known for ramping up to 750, 800 degrees. So you can smoke a butt, take the butt off while it's resting. You can kick the damper open, drop a few steaks on that bad boy after it's been ramped up to 800 degrees, pop the top back down, and because you're cooking with the top down, there's no flare-ups either. So that's just like another benefit. You also wouldn't get flare-ups if you were grilling with a charcoal kettle grill, because once you put the top on those, it suffocates or chokes out most of the oxygen, so your flare-ups are pretty much eliminated, which is very cool when you're cooking with charcoal, but that's a different story for a different day. So those are your ceramics. Again, Big Green Egg, number one, then other makers, Primo, Grill Dome, and a company called Kamado. Then finally, we get into the hybrid smokers. And what I mean by hybrid is this. There's a company down in South Carolina who is owned by a guy named Mike Lau, and the company's called Carolina Grills. Now, these are the only cookers that I know of that actually use both wood and gas. They are made for both. They have and can run independently on either. If you want to build an all-wood fire and cook that way, you can do it. But if you want to use gas, you can do it. Well, why is that? Because they have an offset firebox off of the main cooking chamber for building a wood fire. But they also have, and depending on the size of the cooker that you're getting from Carolina Grills, 1, 2, or 3. I can't remember the rating of the gas burner right off the top of my head, but I think we're looking at like 60,000 BTU burners. They're in the main cooking chamber, so you can build a fire, put smoke over your meat for 4 or 5 hours, and then you're like, I want to go ahead and call it a night. I want to get some sleep. So what do? Well, if you had just a regular wood cooker, you can want to go to sleep all you care to think about, but you can't do it because your fire's going to go out and your meat's going to stop cooking. With this cooker, you can cook with the wood, and then once you want to go to bed, you just kick on the gas burners, set your temperature regulators to 250 degrees or 225 or 235 degrees, and go to bed. And Mike has stated on a number of occasions you can get 18 or 19 hours of cook time out of a 20-pound propane tank, which is your typical size that you would hook up to your grill anyway. So really unique. And again, you can start off with traditional wood, then you can switch over to gas. Lots of customization options for these. You can get uprights attached off of the main chambers. There's been like deep fryers put on these things, really great storage boxes. Carolina Grills, really probably only what I would term to be hybrid smoker. If you can come up with a better term than that, then I certainly welcome your comments. But a truly unique cooker, and they're really starting to gain market share, and I've really seen them grow over the past 2 years. I did a podcast with Mike probably a little over a year ago, just when he started to really look at it full time, and he's really started to take off and get a lot of recognition now, because you can use these on the competition circuit too as well, as long as you're obviously not using the gas, because that is a no when it comes to competition cooking. So that's going to do it for the smoker recommendations. We finally got through that. We'll get to the Weber Grill Decency aspect when we get back from the third segment. Let me tell you something, Barbecue Centralites. That's a nickname I just made up for you guys. Even professionals that don't have time to barbecue during the week because, hey, they work. They don't have to forfeit their need for barbecue. They can get something called the Barbecue Guru. It's a pit temperature control device. They can take the time in the beginning of the morning to rub down their butts and briskets, put it on their cooker, and then set the Barbecue Guru to basically do the rest. This thing will tend the fire for them all day long, making sure that it stays within the range that you set it. And if for some reason that butt or brisket got done well in advance of your arrival back home, it has a special ramping feature, which automatically takes the internal temperature of the meat and will then turn your cooker into a holding bay of sorts at like 140 degrees, making sure that your meat stays at the optimum temperature and never overcooks. You can find out more about the guys at the Barbecue Guru and their unique brand of products other than the Barbecue Guru at thebbqguru.com. That's thebbqguru.com, or call Barbecue Bob Trudnick at 1-800-288-GURU. That's 1-800-288-GURU. A conversation with Cheryl Vendetti when we get back.
D-Dog's award-winning barbecue rubs put the perfect balance of spicy and sweet on your ribs, chicken, all beef and pork, and more. Whether it's slow-cooked barbecue or grilled steaks and burgers or soups, vegetables, or anything else from your kitchen, D-Dog's award-winning rubs make good food great. 4 flavors: original, maple, apple, and peach. Each made from the freshest, all-natural ingredients. Order yours today at www.ddogsbbq.com. That's DDOGSBBQ.com. D-Dog's Barbecue Rubs. It's better than ketchup.
The Big Green Egg is the most unique barbecue product on the market, with unmatched flexibility and capabilities that surpass all other conventional cookers combined. It's a smoker, a grill, and an oven. You can cook literally any food on it year-round, from appetizers to entrees to desserts. Here are some of the benefits of the Big Green Egg. It lights fast. It's ready to cook within 10 minutes and no need of lighter fluid. These ceramic walls retain heat with accurate temperature control, so there are no hot spots. And because the top is down while you're cooking, there's no grease flare-ups. Its handsome, decorative, and unique design produces the juiciest and most succulent food you'll ever taste. And don't forget about the first-class customer service and a lifetime warranty. You can find out more information about the Big Green Egg Cooker at www.biggreenegg.com. That's www.biggreenegg.com. Big Green Egg, the most unique barbecue product on the market.
Hi, I'm Johnny Dam, host of The Damage Report. It's an informative show filled with political, social commentary, and satire. It's like having Thanksgiving dinner with the family without all the drinking, yelling, and awkward silence when the uncle that touched you arrived. So fall in love with the First Amendment all over again, weekdays 2 to 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, right here on bbstalkradio.com.
The future of barbecue is already here at thebarbecueguru.com. From the amazing guru that monitors and controls the temperatures of any charcoal, wood, or electric pit to the Caldera Tallboy knockdown smoker. Yes, it breaks down and stores flat, yet it's still a robust, sturdy, portable cooker and smokehouse. It also serves as an efficient temperature-controlled convection oven using wood or charcoal. The Tallboy is designed to fit all catering pans and can be used as a warming oven. You can cook in any style you choose, like ribs, chicken, jerky, vegetables, smoked cheese, whatever you want. Take it to KCBS competitions and unload it from the trunk of your car. TheBarbecueGuru.com is where you'll find the Caldera 3-Bay Caterer. It's stainless steel and uses charcoal or sterno for chafing purposes. And it doubles as a 3-bay sink or wash station with hot water and knocks down in seconds with no tools required for transportation and storage. The future of barbecue is here at thebarbecueguru.com. That's www.thebbqguru.com or call 1-800-288-GURU.
This is Jennifer Palamas from Charlotte, North Carolina, and this is Barbecue Central.
The phone lines are open on the Barbecue Central Show, and the dime is on us. Call 866-515-6977. That's 866-515-6977. Now, let's get back to the show. Once again, here's your host, Greg Rempe.
All right, welcome back. 866-515-6977, bbqcentralradio@gmail.com. As promised, joining me now, stand-up comedian and cookbook author, Cheryl Vendetti. Cheryl, welcome to the Barbecue Central Show.
Hey, Greg, how are you?
I'm good, baby. How are you?
I'm fine. I tell you, listening to all those sound bites makes me hungry.
You know, it's like a real radio thing going on here with all that stuff.
It is. I mean, I did Johnny Dam's show. I mean, you guys are really moving right along. Oh my God.
Well, now you've hit the big time. You're not only on the telephone, but it's like an actual cooking show.
I know. And you're a chef, right?
Sure, I'm a chef.
You're like a real chef.
No, not so much, but we can run with it. It's all right.
Yeah, no, but I mean, it's like, I'm a comic that cooks, but you're like a real chef that barbecues.
Yeah, I like to do that.
Oh, that's cool. I'm so happy that I'm here. Thanks for having me.
Cheryl, I might regret asking this, but how did you come up with the name Italian Floozy?
I came up. Well, I tell you, when I was young, I used to be loose.
Oh. Hence the name.
Is this show rated G or R?
We're talking. We're really focusing on barbecuers here, so there really is no. There's really no PG necessary. We're all real people here.
Well, to be politically correct, I wasn't a slut. I was a penis technician.
All right. Well, good enough.
Yeah. Kidding.
Now, it said you started doing stand-up at 10 years old, honing your craft. When did you actually make your first official pro debut that actually paid you some type of money?
About 3 weeks ago.
Nice.
Kidding.
So only had to put in a few 20 years to do that, right?
I know. No, actually, you want to know what? I've been making a living for about 10 years. I started out as a singer in the cabarets in New York, and people used to tell me to be quiet and talk. And then I used to talk, and they used to tell me to be quiet and sing. So I started out as a singer-comedian. I used to do patter in between. And then about I've been making a living at it now for about 13 years.
Now, I've always had, I love stand-up comedy, and I love going down to, there's actually an Improv and some other comedy club down here in Cleveland that do pretty well and draw some of the big names. You ever been down here?
You want to know what? No, I was in Cleveland once, but I played a gay bar there.
A girl bar or a boy bar?
A gay bar.
Right.
It was for men. It was a disco downtown.
Well, I don't even know where that would be, so I'm sure I have no idea. And
you want to know what? I don't think they did either.
Exactly. Now, let's make this widely...
Yeah, go ahead, tell me. So there is a comedy. Drew Carey is from Cleveland.
Yeah, well, he's the only, famous comic that's actually come from Cleveland that I know of.
Right.
Everybody else just passes through and then, gets the hell out as quickly as possible. You never know when the river's going to start burning, right? Yeah, Cleveland's great. The river burns. The team suck. It's great.
Cleveland's like the kind of town you never really think about it. But when you're there, it's kind of like, oh, you know where I was in Cleveland? There's an Italian section in Cleveland.
Little Italy, of course.
Yes, I went to the Little Italy down there when I played that gay club because I had nothing to do. And it's cute. It's only a couple of stores, but the others are burnt down. But you want to know what? Those are the Italians for you.
That's right. Now,
what?
you have this Mistress of the Mob Cuisine cookbook that we're going to be talking about. Now, this is actually going to be the first of a trilogy, and I know Star Trek and Star Wars people are getting all hyped up because I heard the word trilogy. But tell us exactly. Tell us about
the trilogy. I wrote the first one. Each of the recipes tells a story.
Okay.
About the Italian culture. So you know what I did, Greg? Rather than just do it, because I collect cookbooks, I have over 500 cookbooks.
Wow.
I've been collecting cookbooks for years. I'm sure you being a chef, I'm sure you collect cookbooks, right?
No, I refuse to read anything.
You do?
Yes.
See, you want to know what? I don't read them. I just buy them. I've never read any of the cookbooks. My mother used to say, "When are you going to read them?" And I said, "Mom, I'm never going to read them. I just like to look at the pictures."
Yeah. Plus, you can show everybody coming over to your house. I said you can show everybody that comes over to your house that you have a lot of cookbooks.
I do. And you want to know what? When I moved here, I got to tell you something. When I moved here, I just moved from New York to Los Angeles. there were 32 boxes in the kitchen, and the movers, one of the movers came over to me and he said to me, "You have 30. How many plates and forks and spoons do you need?" I said, "There's only one box of that." I said, "The rest are cookbooks." And he said, he said, "I'm a cook." I said, "You are?" He said, "Yeah." So I said, "What do you like to cook?" He said, "I like to cook Spanish food, Mexican food, like Latin. You have any cookbooks like that?" I said, "You're not going to believe this, but I bought one at a flea market for like 25 cents. I said, "Do you want it?" And he said, "Yeah." He said, "I'll take it." And I said, "Well, you got to go back on the truck and unload the other 30 boxes because I have no idea where the hell it is."
Yeah, and then you got to look for it yourself, Manuel.
I know.
Very nice.
What?
So, who was your major influence in the kitchen when you're growing up?
The main okay, let me tell you, the main influence in the kitchen when I was growing up was my Auntie Nora. And she lived across the street from me, and she was actually, born in Italy. See, my grandmother, she didn't cook. She was always on the run. She didn't have time to cook. She was like, she was in the witness protection program. She had issues. She didn't cook, but my aunt, who I lived across the street from, she always cooked. So what I did was, what I used to do, and this is the truth, I used to hang out when Italian women used to die, at funeral parlors, people of the family, and they used to say, "Well, your Aunt Sophie, your Aunt Rena, your Aunt Rosie, they'd like to give you something, the family." And I'd say, "Well, I want their recipe. I want their recipes." And they'd say, "What do you want?" I go, "I want their recipes." So through the years, I took all their recipes. Well, I took all the recipes and I put 75 of them in a book. And rather than just doing regular lasagna, it's an actual recipe, I decided to change the titles to "I Saw the Blessed Mother in My Lasagna."
Nice.
Uncle Vinny's out of the trunk tuna noodle casserole. So what I did is I took their recipes, like my mother's and my aunt's and all these Italian ladies, and I actually made them funny. And each of the recipe, Greg, tells a story about the Italian culture.
What's your favorite recipe and why?
My favorite recipe is the squeeze on that sleeves chicken. But Greg, but the thing is, this book that it's what's interesting about this book is that it's a fun little book. And let me tell you, Joe Doggs, who wrote the Mafia Cookbook?
Yes.
I sent him the book about a year and a half ago when I was in Chicago, and I sent him half of the book, and I asked him for a quote, and he did a cover quote for me on the book.
Nice.
Yeah, and Rusty Warren, who's a comedian from the 50s, I sent her the book, and she did the back quote, and then a couple of writers did the quotes for me in the back. So, it's kind of, Joe Doggs thought it was a really good idea. He originally thought that I was trying to copy him, and then after, I had a couple of my friends go talk to him.
Right. Quickly straightened out.
But anyway, but that's, I'm doing good with it. I'm selling it, and I'm promoting it, and people like it.
Now, where can people go to buy it?
People can buy it on my website, CherylVendetti.com.
CherylVendetti.com. I will link that
they can buy it on my website.
The forum section.
And each person that buys a book comes with a gift.
Oh?
Yeah.
But we'll keep that a secret. That way it'll draw people in to actually buy it.
Yeah. So it comes with a gift. And it's you know what it is? It's like it's good for cookbook collectors, and it's good if you want to read a story, or if you want some really good family recipes. You know what I mean? It's like because I think that the new kids that are like in their 20s coming up, it's like, they don't really know about the Italian culture the way that I know about it. You know what I mean? I don't know how old you are, but it's like, I'm talking young kids, like in their early 20s. So right. It's good that, that they know, there's gangsters in it, and hookers, and putanas. You know what a putana is?
Of course.
Yeah, there's a putana in it, Aunt Bunny, and it's like, and there's all these different characters. It's fun. There's Uncle Vinny, and there's Uncle Sal, and there's all these guys. As my mother used to say, what do they do for a living? I said, I don't know. And she's like, don't even tell me. I don't even want to know. If I tell you, I gotta tell you.
Yeah, nothing stereotypical or something that would be termed as degrading to the Italian culture.
No, you want to know what? Everything is turning against it. Everything is degrading towards the Italian culture.
Of course.
I'm out to get them all.
Get them all, and that way you got everything covered.
Yeah, that's true.
No doubt.
That's true. It's like a kickback. You know what it is? It's like a kickback to, like, it takes place in the 60s, and it's like, it just has, it's fun. It's like push cuts and, people that make money illegal. It's like, this is all in the cookbook. It's fun. It's like, and the illustrations are just terrific. I mean, the guy that did the illustrations did an excellent job on all the different characters. It's like really cool.
Cheryl Vendetti is our guest. We're talking about her new cookbook, and she is a stand-up comic. She's the Italian floozy. Cheryl, we are going to try something unique tonight. We're going to be trying our Know Your Cue quiz show, soon to be very popular, or if it doesn't work out, very short-lived quiz show on the show. So, are you ready? Basically, I'm going to be asking you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 questions in true or false fashion.
Okay.
Except for one. One, I'm going to actually have to ask you to recall your culinary skills.
His voice, women like him, and his co-host is terrific. And I turned a couple of people onto him, and they've been listening to him in the mornings. And he's just he's a really, you know what? It's like he's just a really, really well-educated, intelligent guy. I mean, he just sounded really cool. The kind of guy you want to meet. Do you know what I mean? Yeah,
I like the show too because they're talking from the heart. It's real and that's really what a lot of people like these days are people just talking and speaking their minds. So they do a really good job. Cheryl, give us the website again so people can go buy the book.
The website is CherylVendetti.com.
CherylVendetti.com.
And I would love you people to come on my website and check me out. I think it would be great. I mean, and buy a book. And if you don't want to buy a book, sign my guest book. I mean, right? I mean, come on and sign my guest book, or go on MySpace and be one of my fake friends.
That's right. And I will link you up on the forum and in the summary of this for the archives. So we'll get you squared away. Cheryl, thanks for coming on tonight, and continued success. We'll have you on again when the second book comes out.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Greg.
All right, Cheryl. Take care.
Good luck with your show. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Cheryl Vendetti. That wasn't too funny. CherylVendetti.com. CHERIL Vendetti. Again, I will link her up on the show summary and also in the forums. If you go to bbstalkradio.com, there is a forum section, so look for the Barbecue Central area, and I will have her link to go get her book. Man, she couldn't use about one more cup of coffee. Centralites, how many times have I told you? Before you put on your pork butts or briskets or steaks on your grill or barbecue, you have to have a quality barbecue rub on that piece of meat. And what better place to go to do that? D-Dog's Barbecue Rub. Not only makers of great quality barbecue rubs, like their award-winning original and maple rub, but how about the cranberry chipotle table sauce? Just stick it on your table and use it because it's real good. Also, they have a chicken wing sauce, and they also have a steak sauce. Where will D-Dogs be at this weekend? Oh, at the Fiery Foods and Barbecue Show, February 29th through March 2nd in Albuquerque, New Mexico. So if you just happen to be in that area, stop by the D-Dogs Barbecue booth, number 621. Tell them that the Barbecue Central Show from BBS Talk Radio sent you. And maybe you'll get a discount. It's DDOGSBBQ.com. DDogsBBQ.com. D-Dog's Barbecue Rub is better than ketchup. We'll be back right after this.
Barbecue has never been easier with the Barbecue Guru. The Barbecue Guru is a temperature control and monitor for all pits, charcoal, wood, electric, your pit. It easily attaches to any smoker or pit and gives you simple, trouble-free control of your temperature, so you can make championship quality barbecue every time and all the time. And it's location-free. Take it anywhere. This amazing breakthrough in barbecue technology is a microprocessor controlled draft system that uses temperature monitors and a small fan to keep your temperatures constant. The stainless steel Guru Pit Minder gives you a choice of controls from 90 to 370 degrees. So cold smoking, pepper drying, making cheese or jerky, or fabulous briskets and ribs is nothing short of effortless. The Procom 4 lets you monitor your pit from up to 600 feet away. And there's more. Check out the full line of products and accessories for the future of barbecue with new items on the way. Visit thebarbecueguru.com. That's www.thebbqguru.com. Or call 1-800-288-GURU.
If you're not listening to California Dreaming, you're missing out on all the important stuff.
masturbation is costing society a lot of water. Okay?
What?
Okay.
Where did you get this from?
You take a shower, you shampoo, you soap yourself, blah, 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 and then you start going at it, right? So what is it, like 5 minutes, 10 minutes? That's a lot of water. I mean, can you imagine how much water is wasted on that? Just imagine how many gallons you think probably go through the shower head in a minute. So I think we're going to have a drought regardless of whether it rains here or not, because people are wasting water masturbating, you know? Do it elsewhere. Don't do it in the shower, okay?
Sam says vote no masturbate in 08. It's California Dreaming. With your host, Sam and Manu, only on BBS Talk Radio. The Big Green Egg is the most unique barbecue product on the market, with unmatched flexibility and capabilities that surpass all other conventional cookers combined. It's a smoker, a grill, and an oven. You can cook literally any food on it year-round, from appetizers to entrees to desserts. Here are some of the benefits of the Big Green Egg. It lights fast. It's ready to cook within 10 minutes and no need of lighter fluid. These ceramic walls retain heat with accurate temperature control, so there are no hot spots. And because the top is down while you're cooking, there's no grease flare-ups. Its handsome, decorative, and unique design produces the juiciest and most succulent food you'll ever taste. And don't forget about the first-class customer service and a lifetime warranty. You can find out more information about the Big Green Egg Cooker at www.biggreenegg.com. That's www.biggreenegg.com. Big Green Egg, the most unique barbecue product on the market.
D-Dog's award-winning barbecue rubs put the perfect balance of spicy and sweet on your ribs, chicken, all beef and pork, and more. Whether it's slow-cooked barbecue or grilled steaks and burgers or soups, vegetables, or anything else from your kitchen, D-Dog's award-winning rubs make good food great. 4 flavors: original, maple, apple, and peach. Each made from the freshest, all-natural ingredients. Order yours today at www.ddogsbbq.com. That's DDOGSBBQ.com. D-Dog's Barbecue Rubs. It's better than ketchup.
This is Jim Minion from Two Loose Screws. I'm listening to Barbecue Central.
Now, back to the Barbecue Central Show on PBSTalkRadio.com.
All right, welcome back. 866-515-6977, BBQ Central Radio at gmail.com. Once again, I'm getting a few text messages saying that there's some dead air going on. So I don't know exactly what the deal is with that, but I haven't been notified by my sound guy in LA that the stream has been broken. So I'm sure it's something that we will address here over a matter of time. So if you can hear me, good. If you can't, the show is archived, so you're lucky. We'll just leave it at that. All right. So thanks again to Cheryl Vendetti for coming on and talking about her book, Mistress of the Mob Cuisine. You can go to her website, check out her schedule, buy her book, see where she might be doing some stand-up comedy. So that was definitely entertaining. And no, I don't believe she was intoxicated. As she said, she doesn't drink, so draw your own conclusions. Nevertheless, appreciate her coming on. That was awesome. Now I want to talk about the Weber Grill Decency Project. It's actually not named that. I have this. It's the campaign to promote grill decency. I found a link, I believe it was on my barbecue forum, that a guy named Scotty DeQ had posted. And the website is 3Ws.grilldecency. And for you people that can't spell, it's DECENCY.com, grilldecency.com. And basically, it'll bring you to a website you need to register for, and then it also gives you a test, kind of a agent's task to complete in order to become, certified, if you will. And basically what happens is, you take this online test. It will grade you and see if you had paid attention and studied prior to you taking this test to recognize crappy grills and what you should do if you were to find such a crappy grill in your midst or at your friend's house or your parents' house or wherever, and do the proper steps, techniques in order to make them aware of the fact that their grill is crappy. And once you do this properly, over the course of many weeks, you get this very nifty, I believe it's called a dossier. It's nice cardboard, you can hear it. Very nice. It's got a nice Velcro closure. That's the Velcro. And then in it, on the, sorry about the microphone there, on the left side, we have a button, campaign to promote grill decency. We have a number of round stickers that you could go about sticking around people's old grills to let them know. There are like the do not disturb signs you would find in a hotel that's similarly shaped, so you would hang it potentially on a crappy grill handle to the top, to the top there. Friends don't let friends buy crappy grills, and then it gives them an 800 number to call, the Grill Intervention Hotline, which is fabulous. Bumper sticker for your car. And, of course, my favorite, the identification card, which has my name on it, Greg Rempe, Grill Decency Agent, then my name, and then my agent number, CZQ 8852. Mission. Hate it when I don't turn that down. Damn it. So, why not take a phone call? Barbecue Central, this is Greg. Who's this and where?
Hey, this is Johnny. How you doing?
Johnny Dam, host of the Damage Report, 5 to 7 Eastern Standard Time. Make your time zone adjustments as necessary Monday through Friday. Johnny, what's up?
I just want to know if they have this type of test where I can find out if I had crappy wives. I could have used that 3 wives ago.
Nice. I don't have a website for that, dude. Sorry, I can promote you. I can show you like where to go to get your grill decency badge and bumper stickers, so you look like a complete tool. But the wife thing, I can't do. Don't know.
I do personify tool, that's for sure.
So what's up?
I just wanted to call and let you know I was listening to the show. It kind of cut out a bit during Cheryl Vendetti, but I think that was my wine filter that was stopping that.
Yeah, I got a few quick texts. For some reason, people's computers were cutting off, during her segment. I don't know why.
I have a shrill meter, and when it gets real high, it shuts everything off. The
ears shut off, and then, you have to put like that rubber stuff on your glass so it doesn't break.
Yeah, I still got some dried blood caked around my ears.
Yeah, it happens. But she was great. She had a lot of cool stuff to say, and I haven't really heard the story about the cookbook, so I certainly appreciated that.
Yeah, no, I had her in as a guest, and we had to replace the glass when we were done, but it was still pretty cool.
I couldn't imagine. I mean, she's such an ebullient personality over the phone. I couldn't imagine her actually being here at the Barbecue Central studio.
Larger than life. It would take 2 grills.
Now, for those people that don't know, Johnny Dam hosts his own show called The Damage Report, which airs Monday through Friday on BBS Talk Radio. My times I always give are Eastern, 5 to 7. So it would be, 2 to 4?
2 to 4.
Right.
Exactly.
Man, I'm good.
Pacific Standard Time.
What, for people that don't know or haven't heard yet, and I know I've turned a few people on for the listenership, but give us an idea what the show's about and what you're looking to accomplish.
Oh, I didn't want to really shamelessly plug myself, but since you insist,
of course.
It's fall in love with the First Amendment all over again. We refuse to apologize to the FCC, the Christian right, or Reverend Al Sharpton for anything we say.
That's right. Oh, by the way, the hottest ticket tonight in Cleveland is not the Democratic debate. It's the Barbecue Central show.
Absolutely. I'm watching Hillary and Obama go at it. It's like these bozos better be careful because in a few months, one's going to be backing the other.
Yeah, I love that when, they're doing a knockdown drag-out only to be throwing their support behind one or the other down the road.
Well, what it's coming down to, it's going to be a penis measuring contest, and Hillary will win.
Oh, Johnny. This isn't the Damage Report. I'm trying to hold to a higher standard here. You're bringing my show down. How dare you?
Well, it says here, warning, strong language and adult theme, so I figured it was okay.
Oh, do I have that running for my show, too? Outrageous.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
We have to do a blanket statement to cover everybody's ass, right?
Yes, pretty much. Yeah, I can't wait till they have it running during the real estate show.
Yeah, that would be great. Jeez.
Especially when they talk about finance rates.
So what else is going on?
I've still got Walker Hayes in there with me.
Nice.
I'm going to be talking about a New Zealand girl here soon.
Nice.
And seeing what's going on with that. Had a good show with Walker today, though. So I'm looking forward to another exciting show tomorrow. And I've got the Damage Report tomorrow night, my TV show.
Right, Ustream.
Or
The Stream. Sorry.
Are you drinking?
No, I get Ustream and The Stream mixed up quite frequently. But it's The Stream, right?
Yeah, it's The Stream. Well, Ustream carries us too.
Oh, okay. One is an actual TV station. The other one is anybody can get on there and do what they want to do.
Yeah, a bunch of people in chat rooms.
That's right.
Wearing the mother's underwear, stuff like that.
Nice. Cool. Johnny, I appreciate you calling in. I have to wrap this show. I can't believe the hour's up yet
I
again.
love your show, though, bro. Keep it going.
All right, Johnny, I appreciate you calling in.
Have a good one.
Take care. Johnny Dam from the Damage Report. Appreciate you calling in. Awesome. I think that I have nothing left to talk about today because I got to get to my my out and, of course, my gracious sponsors. So that's going to do it for the show. I apologize for any technical mishap that might have happened. Oh, I forgot to get to that clip. Cripes. I'm saving that one for next week. Sam's co-host did the mix-up where she said barbecue and then steak in the same sentence, and I wanted to point that out. But I'll do that next week. I'll also cover the GrillDecency.com project a little bit more, and we will go from there. Thanking my guest, Cheryl Vendetti. You can visit her at CherylVendetti.com or her MySpace page, which I believe would just be /Cheryl Vendetti, to get her book. So I appreciate her coming on, talking about the stand-up and the book. That was very entertaining. I have nobody lined up for next week as a guest, so stay tuned. Visit bbstalkradio.com and listen for the promos, because I'm sure I'll have somebody lined up ASAFP. Thanks to the Barbecue Central crew, Sam Hassan in Los Angeles running the sound. I am your phone screener. I am your show producer. And I am your host, Greg Rempe. Don't forget that BBS Talk Radio has a bunch of quality original programming. California Dreaming with Sam and Manu from 12 to 2 Eastern. The World of TJ McCormick with your host, TJ McCormick, from 3 to 5 Eastern. And the Damage Report, as we heard, with the Reverend Johnny Dam from 5 to 7 p.m. All those are Monday through Friday. And then the weekly shows, the Unicus Radio Hour with Robert Stanley, Mondays 8 to 9, On the Couch with Dr. Michelle, 2 to 3, and The Art of Love with Lucia, Sundays 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern. We will see you back here next Tuesday, 9 o'clock Eastern. Until then, this is your host, Greg Rempe, for the Barbecue Central Show, saying peace, love, and barbecue.
Barbecue has never been easier with the Barbecue Guru. The Barbecue Guru is a temperature control and monitor for all pits, charcoal, wood, electric, your pit. It easily attaches to any smoker or pit and gives you simple, trouble-free control of your temperature, so you can make championship quality barbecue every time and all the time. And it's location-free. Take it anywhere. This amazing breakthrough in barbecue technology is a microprocessor controlled draft system that uses temperature monitors and a small fan to keep your temperatures constant. The stainless steel Guru Pit Minder gives you a choice of controls from 90 to 370 degrees. So cold smoking, pepper drying, making cheese or jerky, or fabulous briskets and ribs is nothing short of effortless. The Procom 4 lets you monitor your pit from up to 600 feet away. And there's more. Check out the full line of products and accessories for the future of barbecue with new items on the way. Visit thebarbecueguru.com, www.thebbqguru.com, or call 1-800-288-GURU.
The Big Green Egg is the most unique barbecue product on the market, with unmatched flexibility and capabilities that surpass all other conventional cookers combined. It's a smoker, a grill, and an oven. You can cook literally any food on it year-round, from appetizers to entrees to desserts. Here are some of the benefits of the Big Green Egg. It lights fast. It's ready to cook within 10 minutes and no need of lighter fluid. These ceramic walls retain heat with accurate temperature control, so there are no hot spots. And because the top is down while you're cooking, there's no grease flare-ups. Its handsome, decorative, and unique design produces the juiciest and most succulent food you'll ever taste. And don't forget about the first-class customer service and a lifetime warranty. You can find out more information about the Big Green Egg Cooker at www.biggreenegg.com. That's www.biggreenegg.com. Big Green Egg, the most unique barbecue product on the market.
D-Dog's award-winning barbecue rubs put the perfect balance of spicy and sweet on your ribs, chicken, all beef and pork, and more. Whether it's slow-cooked barbecue or grilled steaks and burgers or soups, vegetables, or anything else from your kitchen, D-Dog's award-winning rubs make good food great. 4 flavors: original, maple, apple, and peach. Each made from the freshest, all-natural ingredients. Order yours today at www.ddogsbbq.com. That's DDOGSBBQ.com. D-Dogs Barbecue Rubs. It's better than ketchup.